What's up, guys? Matthew Balls, and today, before we start, two things. Q&A. I'll put a card if I remember, hopefully. Go leave questions. 12-year anniversary. That'll be fun time. And two, I forgot if I ended up actually shouting this out like I said I was going to, because I'm going to forget. There's a product that Swift advertised called the Bay Case, and it was a case that you could hold your stadium in, and it would be like a thing that keeps it from moving, and also you could fold it up and like make it like really thin and carry it places. And I thought it was really cool. And I forgot if I ended up shouting it out or not, so I'm going to put the link to that in the description as well. We have Evil Pisces ED145 WD versus Thermal Pisces T125 ES. I surprisingly had not done a Pisces battle yet. I had done Pisces pre-hybrid versus Thermal. I'm not sure if I did it versus Evil or not. I might have as well, but I've never done these two, apparently. So, like normal, I've ordered the battles, and I think the more interesting ones will be in the back. I also might try using this other phone to do vertical, but not for this battle because this is a stamina match. Not expecting anything interesting to come from it. I mean, you gotta do some stamina matches. I like doing battles that I find interesting. That doesn't mean they're all exciting. I just think they're interesting. And I want to do Pisces versus Pisces. But I'm not expecting KOs or anything, which would be if I attempted to make a short, which I don't do shorts at all. You know, I want it to be something that's at least a little interesting, not a bunch of sleepouts. So Thermal is going to have stamina, it looks like, assuming there's no crazy destabilization last second, which could happen, but is not gonna happen. So Thermal Pisces wins round one. Thermal's really sick. Oh, no. Those hit right away. So, the theme of this set of battles is bays that I've not used in a while. Not ever, like there's some of these bays I've probably used a little bit recently. Possibly. But maybe all of them. But I basically took a bay, I was like, when's the last time I used this? And then, for example, Pisces might have been in one fight, sort of recently. But I think just about everything, at least one of the bays, has not been used in 2025. I'm pretty sure Evil Pisces is not, and I think Pisces was maybe into last year or something. But there is one base, Fireblaze. Spoiler, Fireblaze coming up in a few days. Fireblaze I haven't used since 2023. So, yeah, some of these bays I have not used in a very long time. Turns out, I didn't realize I hadn't used Fireblaze in that long. I think I always just thought, oh, I used Fireblaze a lot and just didn't use it. But I've used it in a long time, so Fireblaze is getting used. I've always liked Thermal Pisces. I think it's such a cool looking bay. It's my favorite of the stamina bays. Oh, stabilize this time. And Evil's gonna win. Ooh, that's interesting. So, yeah, Thermal, I just think it's got a really cool bottom, that clear yellow color. I think it looks sick, especially with the ES, because it's the Eternal tip. So you got that little metal piece. The free spinning part, you know, it's got a little bit of metal in the middle, and you can see that. Not as big of a fan as Evil Pisces. I've never been it's not my favorite color. I usually prefer more saturation. And you know, with the lights, it looks kind of different, but it's typically seems always kind of grayish to me. But Ethan's Thermal Pisces combo is pretty cool. Speaking of Ethan, he gave an idea in the update video. If you guys want to watch the update of the draft battle video, those are cool. Put them on in the background or something. But the update video, he gave an idea to do a beat my combo, where I make something that's like kind of out of pocket. Would that term work? Something not meta, and see if people can find creative ways to beat it using either more. Evil wins again. More non-meta combos. Basically just not using something like, oh, you made insert bay, screw our square F, or gravity or square F, you know, like something that's obviously really good. I'm gonna assume it has stopped snowing because there's clear skies now. But we had like an hour ago, there was like very, very light snowfall. I don't get much snow. So that could be interesting. I know there's a few people who would definitely, like if I did that series, would not go with meta things, and I'd be choosing too. So if somebody did do something super meta, then I just wouldn't use it. As simple as that. I'm really curious about the idea of a big draft battle. I think that would be awesome. That's like a long-term goal though, because before I even attempted to start something like that, I mentioned before that'd be the only way Discord came back. The only way, probably, at least at the moment. This time looks like Thermal's gonna win. Oh, it was a tie. And there'd be so much testing that needs to be done beforehand. That would be crazy if there was a KO here. There'd be so much testing that needs to be done beforehand because first of all, part balance, just in general, right? Usually when there's 2 people and you're choosing 5 bays each, it's not as big of a deal, but if it's 8 different people choosing a bay, then you don't want somebody getting totally the short end of the stick. You try to take as much luck out of it as you can. Obviously, I would think that the order would be random draw for something like this and not first come, first serve. Though it could be. Maybe that's the advantage, but I would think it'd be random draw. But the difference between like draft format and Pokemon, right, where when people do a league for that, I'm pretty sure it is generally random draw. Very, very simple with Beyblade, right? You have 5 pieces of a Metal Fight Beyblade. Pisces is going to win this one. Thermal Pisces. Evil's not clipping this one out. So we have a last battle. This is a long video to start with. Holy shit. You have 5 pieces of a bay, right? Let's just take this Vulcan Arceus combo that I made because I needed the bottom for the thumbnail. But obviously the face bolt is going to stay with the energy ring. So that leaves you 4. And for a snake order, that technically works, right? You go through the order, do it reverse, and then you do that again. But the energy ring is a lot less important. Obviously, it's good to have Cancer or Aquaria, right? And in most cases, assuming you didn't pick like Vulcan, that would be better than having Arceus, even though this is very pretty. Or Gemios, unless you got a specific thing that Gemios is good for. But that is definitely less important than a lot of the other parts of the bay. So the snake is a little bit different because pick 1 gets their pick. Let's say they pick a fusion wheel, come back around, they get a tip spin track. So now everything with the energy ring is done by pick 17. Whoever's picking at the other end of the snake, pick 8, they would get 2 of their pieces, maybe a tip and a fusion wheel. Another tie. Wow. Maybe they'd get a tip and a fusion wheel. But to get their spin track, they'd have to wait for it to snake back around again. So instead of being picked 16 or 17, it'd be picked like 24, 25-ish is when they'd get it. They get their energy ring too, and they probably would get dibs on getting a good energy ring because you should probably be picking energy ring last round, right? So that's the thing. It's not as much of a snake because it doesn't go the way, you know. I'm not entirely sure how to fix that either, because obviously a tournament, unless it was each person gets 2 bays and it's a 16-blader tournament, but even then I would think you're still in the same boat where, well, maybe that one would be a little bit better, because if you go fusion wheel and like tip spin track, fusion wheel tip spin track, you know, or something, like it might work a little bit better. Ooh. Evil won that one just barely. So we've got a 9-minute battle. That was wild. I did not expect a 9-minute battle to start. Jeez. Evil Pisces wins. Shout out to Ethan and Megaturtles because Ethan's Thermal Pisces had an epic match with Megaturtles Lightning Eldrago in a limited format CBT 7, which was the double elimination tournament. We're never doing that again. That was too much. But it made for also it wasn't because of double elimination, it was because it was tennis match rules. Have to win twice in a row, and they just went back and forth winning, so nobody could win. You had to win 2. That was a great fight. Anyway, Evil Pisces is your winner. I do want to shout out Thermal Pisces though, because I really love this bay. I think it looks awesome. One of my favorite looking bays. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.